poll shows Arab economies to slow. Internet cables could take a week or more to fix. And Abu Dhabi International Airport targets on course. This is Inside Business. Hello there and welcome to Inside Business. Let's first of all see how the UAE markets have traded today, December 22nd. The UAE markets collectively lost more ground again today, this time over 6.5%. The DFM index closed at 1,732, a fall of 3.91%. 146 million shares were traded with a value of 225 million dirhams. Only one share advanced while 20 declined. Emaar shares dropped again today, this time by almost 5% to close at 2.5 dirhams. The Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange also closed down 2.88% at 2,502. In total, 123 million shares were traded, worth 276 million dirhams. 3 shares advanced and 26 declined. Our lead story today, a new poll shows that most Gulf Arab economies will grow at their slowest pace in 2009 since the oil boom began 6 years ago. The Reuters poll of 11 economies showed real economic growth in Saudi Arabia, the UAE and Kuwait will slow down below 3% next year as the global recession and tight credit markets affect activity in the region. World oil prices have risen slightly today to above $43 in quiet pre-Christmas trade, but weakening demand continued to weigh on the market. New York's main futures contract, light sweet crude for February delivery, was up 84 cents at $43.20 a barrel. We'll bring you the latest price of a barrel of oil later in this bulletin. One of the UAE's market leaders, Japan's biggest car maker, Toyota, has forecast its first annual loss in 71 years due to plummeting sales and a surge in the value of the yen. The firm said it expects a loss of 5.8 billion dirhams or $1.6 billion in yearly operating profits from its core operations. Japan also posted a trade deficit of 9.2 billion dirhams or $2.5 billion in November as exports fell at a record rate. Japanese exports fell sharply to all areas of the world, but those to the US were worst hit, plunging 33.8%. A French crew has begun to repair 2 undersea cables in the Mediterranean Sea that were severed on Friday, severely affecting internet and phone communications in the UAE and across the Middle East and South Asia. A robot submarine will locate the ends of the cables on the seabed and bring them to the surface to be reconnected. They were cut somewhere between Sicily and Tunisia, probably by an anchor. Experts have warned that it may be days before the fault is fixed and that the knock-on effect could have serious repercussions on regional economies. Etisalat have said that they predict it will take a week or more before things are back to normal. Shua Capital says that it will be seeking shareholder approval next month to extend the maturity of convertible bonds. The investment bank, whose shares were suspended in early trading on Dubai's bourse earlier today, said the meeting would take place on January the 13th. Shua said in November that it wanted to extend the conversion period of bonds issued to Dubai Banking Group by 1 year at least. Abu Dhabi International Airport has just released the airport's year-to-date traffic figures, which show growth rates of 32.3%. Abu Dhabi International Airport handled a total number of 14,784 Hajj pilgrims, which increased passenger traffic to Saudi Arabia by 34.5%. This moved the kingdom into the third most served market from Abu Dhabi in November. Well, let's now see how the GCC and MENA markets have traded today, beginning with the UAE general indexes. Coming up now, let's take a look at the major international currencies against the dirham. That'll be followed by the price of oil and the precious metals. Coming up in part 2 of Inside Business today, Mary Grace will be talking about a new smart card that uses fingerprint technology to protect against identity theft crimes. That's when Inside Business continues. Stay with us.